O-Levels Maths Exercise 13A D1 7th edition. We shall try to cover question number 13 in this video. Question number 13 is about this figure. There is no such shape as a joint of a triangle and a semicircle in maths. It is not a known shape in maths. It is not the shape of a cone. Cone is like this. So we are calling it a figure. In the question they have said a figure is made up of a triangle ABD. This figure is made up of a triangle ABD and a semicircle. Semicircle is this BCD. This is the circumference of the semicircle. They are saying BOD is the diameter of the semicircle. This straight line which is cutting the triangle and the semicircle from each other is also the diameter plus the base, diameter of this semicircle plus the base of this triangle with center O, and this is the center O from which they have drawn this semicircle. So this 7 centimeter is basically the diameter of this semicircle and the base of this triangle with center. If AB is equal to AD, now AB is equal to AD. They have the same dimensions. They have, although they have mentioned it in the question, but if they wouldn't have mentioned it in the question, then how can we know about that they are equal? By these small lines. When in the figures, when they have to show that two lines are same or two angles are same, they are equal, then they cut the lines with these little strokes. So by looking at the figure, I already came to know that these two sides are equal. So if this is 5.7 centimeter, this side is also 5.7 centimeter long. So we must fill in the information. BD is equal to 7 centimeter. They have this diameter is 7 centimeter, and AOC, the line which is not drawn on the figure but which is starting from A and ending at C is, so I am going to draw that line. This line and passing through the center of the semicircle and ending at C is equal to 8 centimeter. So now this line is suggestive that if it is starting from the, I have apex of a triangle and ending at the base of the triangle, then it is the height of the triangle, and it will definitely make, as it is straight, as it is cutting the base of the triangle perpendicularly in a straight line, then it has to make an angle of 90 degree over here. I have already told you previously that in maths, in a triangle, when it has such a shape, the height starts from the apex of the triangle and ends at the base, where it makes an angle of 90 degree with the base. Now otherwise, if it's a right angle triangle where these two lines make an angle of 90 degree, this line is height and this line is base. Height is always straight, it is always perpendicular, it makes an angle of 90 degree with the base. This line also appears to be straight, but it is the base of the triangle and it's not making any right angle with this line or this line. This symbol is suggestive of a 90 degree angle in any figure. So now we know that the area of the base is of a triangle is 1 by 2 into base into height. That's why we have to recognize, identify the height as well in the triangle. So this line starting from A and ending at O is also the height of the triangle, which they have not told us yet. We have to calculate its height as well, because they have given us the full length of this line, which is starting from A and ending at C. Now one more thing which we have to identify, I have also already told you earlier that anything which starts from the center of a circle and reaching one side of the circle is the radius of the circle. And in a semicircle, line starting from the center and reaching either part of the semicircle is radius. Half of it, the full line is diameter and half of it is radius, and it is also radius. This line is also the radius of the semicircle. All these lines which will start from the center of the circle and touch the outer part of the circle are radius. So I have particularly mentioned that this line is radius, because from this line we are going to calculate, we will come to know about the radius of this semicircle, and then we can know the height of the triangle. How are we going to know that? Now we know that 7 centimeter is the diameter of the of this semicircle. So radius is half of 7 centimeter. Half of 7 centimeter is 3.5 centimeter. 3.5 centimeter here, 3.5 centimeter here, 3.5 centimeter here, and all these lines are 3.5 centimeters. They are all radius from the center of the starting from the center of the circle and reaching the outskirts of the circle. So now I come to know that this is also radius, which is 3.5. Now I can easily make out this height of the triangle. How come? I know that this line starting from A to C and ending at C is 8 centimeter long. If I will subtract 3.5 centimeters from this 8 centimeters, I will get my required answer, which is 8 minus 3.5 is equal to 4.5. So the height of my triangle is 4.5. I hope you understood this, because this is radius. I identified it as radius, which is half of the 7, which is 3.5. Now I can calculate the length of this height of this triangle by subtracting this 3.5 from 8 centimeters, and from here to here it is 4.5 centimeters. Now I have calculated almost all the required dimensions, so we shall proceed with the questions. Now they have told us to find the perimeter. The perimeter of this shape. Perimeter is the sum of the outer sides of any shape. Now we know that these two lines and this semicircle make the outskirts of this shape, so I shall add them. I know the dimension of this line, which is 5.7 centimeter, and this is also 5.7 centimeter. A triangle which has two sides equal is also known as isosceles triangle. So these two sides are I know the dimensions of these two sides. So to calculate the perimeter, I should know the circumference of this semicircle as well. The outer circular part of any shape of a circular shape is calculated by taking out their circumference. So how am I going to Calculate the perimeter. Perimeter is the sum of the outer sides of any shape. 5.7 plus 5.7 plus the circumference of this circular semicircle. So I know that the diameter, so circumference of semicircle is equal to 2 pi r is the circumference of a circle. We shall divide it with 2 by 2 to get the circumference of a semicircle. 2 will be crossed out and we shall be left with pi r. So I know, now here I know that radius of this semicircle is 3.5 centimeter, which is half of 7 all around this circle. All the points starting from the center and reaching the outer side are radius. So I know radius is 3.5, so I'll get my required answer, which is 3.14 for pi, and I shall multiply it with 3.5 and I shall get the answer, which would be 10.99. I will write it down to two significant figures. I can if I will round it off to one place of decimal. If I round it off to one place of decimal, then I have to look at the digit which is coming after it. As it is greater than 5, so 1 would be added to this 9. When I add 1 to this 9, it will become 10. So 0 I shall write here and 1 would be added here, so it will become 11. So 11 is the semicircle of this is the circumference of this semicircle. So now I know that all this part, starting from the outer part, starting from here till here, is 11 centimeter long. So the perimeter is 11 plus 5.7 plus 5.7. So what am I going to write? Perimeter of shape is equal to 11 plus 5.7 plus 5.7, and I'll get my answer, which is equivalent to 22.4 centimeter long. So the perimeter, we got the perimeter. Now we are going to the part 2 is about area. Area is the inner part of any shape. So everything, this is the inner side of this shape is the area. Now we know that this shape is made up of a triangle and a semicircle. So I will calculate the area of the triangle and add it with the area of the semicircle, and I will get the area of the figure. So first I am going to find out area of triangle is equal to 1 by 2 into base into height is equal to 1 by 2. Now I have to identify the base and the height. Height is starting from the apex and joining the center of the base. Here it will definitely make the 90-degree angle. So this is height, which is calculated as 4.5. How come? That we have subtracted this radius from this 8 centimeter long line and got our height, which is 4.5. So if the 4.5 and base is this base is, which was given 7 centimeter long, which was also making the diameter of the semicircle. So base is 7 and height is 4.5. I'll calculate it. I'll do the calculations, and what I get is 15.75. If I'll round it off till one place of decimal, so I'll have to look at the next digit, which is 5. So if it's 5 or more than 5, 1 is added to this number, so this will become 15.8 centimeters square is the area of the triangle. Now area of the semicircle, area of this semicircle, area of semicircle is equal to pi r square is the area of a circle. So if I'll divide it by 2, I'll get the area of the semicircle. So 3.14 into radius is 3.5 into 3.5 into 3.5 divided by 2. When I'll do my calculations, the result I'll get is 19 is equal to 19.2325. If I round it off till one place of decimal, so I will look at the next digits, which is 3, which is less than 5, so it will not make any difference. So I'll write it down 19.2 centimeters square. Now this is the area of the semicircle, and we have already calculated the area of the triangle, and this shape is a combination of a triangle and a semicircle. So if I'll add the areas of both these shapes, triangle and semicircle, I'll get the area of the figure. So area of figure is equal to area of figure is equal to 19.2 plus 15.8, which is equivalent to 35 centimeters square, which is your required answer.